Sammy, this year, and also what the guy actually you are president. Come on. And I feel not to say you are a bill. And also, I would want to say actually you are president for on that thing come on. Yes, Nana say there was you are president. Said you no. I feel asema so hene and also apple and also and obecha you are president. Sa pepe. Afi ni otu ane sonso na Akufo-Addo enkayo kuma continue na lanso afi na Akufo-Addo watcha minister what do you president anim. That's right yeah nana when agene enye no wa kra you are president to abon who ma be here papa no kra. Yes. Afi abakumade hilenso eto aso. Enkaria saliki. Enkaria saliki. Onoso kakra bi no blue you are president anim. Enkaria saliki zongo. Afi no so achia Yewa Nana Adudankwa Akufo-Addo. Yes. Asante amani efeye. Enye no nwa se ebinumu kukura adehwe asante amani e. Yedamase. You are president or you are the strong kokra. You are the idea say Nana will find any more here and Wahuja. Nana say president Momura. Nana Chiamu. You are my penny Yanko Shao. There was a papa. Why am I fair? Missing Yanko Pon data on my penny Sandring. Afi. Otu for asene hene sapase lana ya kuako ono enaka krabi na odu president animu no lana ya kuako ono wacha president no. That's right. Afi otu for abla for hene ba for so priye ono so wacha president Jacoba hene otu for kwanse tu hene ono so wacha president lana bua kwa hene Nana Pia Bote Bempong, also Achia president. No transfer by a Boka that is certain. Nana Chakubuanim. Nana Chakusachia. Aha, that's right. Afi Ahemano Musuna Blue and Sono. Mensia. Se passe. Aha. Egafo eno achia na afi emem so achia afi na edru menhia so sa pepe na no mahima so mafam huye papa edama se nyakopo hira mo papa yo ani de kwa so samre ya be maye wa kwa abaye na mesre edwemu ho na ho obi atrase yeso mani de mu a. Yes, media phoning in a mon confifi on my Nanimuha and Naho. Francois.
Yo, Midasibe organizer. Samuel Yamato Safra, Pastor Frederick, Kote Broom. No one did any carbon pie. Young fast and Bonshia Pastor Frederick, Kote Broom.
yo ahobrasie nyina mo ye besra ne ye pagya ye mu kakra bra ye wo nyame animu yi o se baby abenu ana ba sa be hia wo ne di mu no na no nyame wo ho wa ahobrasie nyina mo se nya yare bi na ha odi a pagya mu kakra ne ye mompai ya hi ni ya jinkwapa enumri ye kura ye nsem asida forbo e de ma wo nyame nyame a wa ya de nyina kama ma yen inna yehie mu aye wa asumdwe ye wa nijem ye ka so ru ye da waseda ye tin say ye president baba ne de mpai bota nechi nyame adom wa ba bedu ya hemfo nyina wo ha ye ma mu mpedimfo nyina wo ha ye ka so ru ye da waseda ambrasie nyina mu ye ga dwumadi di show nyame nsa nyame wodi kokromoti aye sa ho bopa enye yie erade betena wagemu na manhye mu enko no wano na di basa ye bebebia erade ye sanka do Yesu din mu nyame edi hene ne wiase kura ye bekai se nyame ewo no aboa yen ne do aseda bema ye da wase so etie ye mpaibo ewo ye erade Yesu Kristo din mu amen yesra na yatena se wa ho brase mu
yemo se biomano baby adui empanyifo a wo ka wo mapanyi ho ba eni die nananom e beda wo madi ahre de odi kan aye okwa manhia sauta emra shebedani a
And you're welcome back to our special coverage of the President's Regional Tours. This week we're focusing on the Ashanti region because the President yesterday began a 4-day working visit of that region. Yesterday he held several engagements and today he's done same. As we speak, the President is in Toase where he is attending a Durbar of chiefs and people of the Toase area. He will also be commissioning the Toase Magistrate Court. The President will be speaking really shortly, and we will take you live now to the ceremonial grounds and join our man Wilberforce Asari, who is there for us with all that you need to know, plus all the big interviews at this ceremony. Wilberforce joins us live now from Toase in the Ashanti region. A while ago, the chief for the area addressed a gathering, and we're expecting President Akufo-Addo to speak to the people there as well. Wilberforce joins us right now. So Wilberforce, what can you tell us what has been happening since the President got to the ceremony?
Indeed, Kweku. So, President of the Republic, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, arrived here at Toase in the Nkrumah Nkwabenya District's South Constituency about 30 minutes ago. Since he arrived here, he has engaged with the chiefs and elders who have gathered, and subsequently he took his seat. The ceremony started. The chief of Toase has addressed the gathering, and while addressing the gathering, he did indicate that the Toase community is grateful to the President for the projects he has done thus far in their constituency. However, they still have very pressing and urgent projects that they need the government to do for them. And he's hopeful that President Akufo-Addo and his administration will meet that need. And so we are yet to hear the President as to his reply to the demands that the chief made. Currently on the podium, the Minister for Energy, Matthew Opoku-Prempeh, who is also an indigene of the Ashanti region. Indeed, he is a member of Parliament for Menchia South, I believe. He is addressing the gathering, and he's been saying that the Akufo-Addo government has dealt fairly with the people of the Ashanti region, and that since the government of Gudgersberg till date, there is no administration that has done as much as the Akufo-Addo administration has done. Now, here in the Toase area, President Akufo-Addo is here to essentially commission this court building that you can see behind me. It is the district court for the Toase district, or for that matter, the Nkrumah Nwabieja South constituency. And that is why we are here today. I've been joined to my left by the project consultant for this building, and he will introduce himself momentarily, and also the estate director for the judicial service. Usually persons from the judicial service do not engage the media, and so it is refreshing to have Cyril Ablade joining us and speaking about issues concerning the judiciary. And so good evening to you, sir, and introduce yourself and your company.
All right. Good evening. My name is Engineer Daniel Yabua. Yeah, my company is Eco Planners and Engineering Consult. We are the consultants to all these projects that you've been seeing around. All right.
Indeed. So, yes, the project consultant. And then also, even though I've mentioned your name, introduce yourself again to everybody else in the world.
Yes, Cyril Ablade, the Director of Estate for the Judicial Service of Ghana.
Indeed, indeed. So let me speak with you first, because you are the project consultant. So first of all, tell us, if someone is watching and wants to know this edifice that is behind us, what really is it? Tell us.
It is a complex, court complex for the judiciary service, as we all know. It's made up of 10 rooms or 10 offices. Offices for the judge, office for the registrar, the ADR, and other offices. as we know in the court system. So it's a modern type, actually. It's a modern design which can accommodate a lot of people. We have the courtroom and modern gadgets. As we know, we are moving into the new era of digitalization. So we are using all these things in the project. That is what you can see. It's a nice design by my company. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you are praising your company. I can understand. But really, you know, court buildings are taking place in our country. Over the last few weeks since the president started his tour, we've been hearing about court buildings and court buildings. This facility is essentially built to accommodate a magistrate and, for that matter, a district court. So tell us, this constituency, is this the first of its kind in the constituency?
Yes, it's the first of its kind. And we have one here and another one at Ebuakwa for Achumanwa South. So this is the first one that we are opening throughout Ghana. This is the first of its kind, apart from the ones opened at the regional coordinating council. That is for the accommodation, but the court, this is the first of its kind. All right.
Okay, so I'm going to come back to you to talk about the facilities into detail. But let me go to Cyril and to find out from Cyril. Cyril, earlier on we engaged at the commissioning of the buildings for the judges. Now, with the coming into being of this building, how is it going to help your office as the estate manager or the estate director for the judicial service?
First of all, let me thank our cherished viewers for this opportunity to speak to them on the project. This court project you see today is a combination of the nationwide tour of courts by former Chief Justice Akufo-Addo, 2018-2019, when we toured the whole country, visited every court, and we saw the state of dilapidation and deplorable state of the courts. Most courts were found not to be fit for purpose. Moreover, in certain districts, we found out that there were no courts at all. In fact, the Court Act provides that there should be courts in the district. And under the Local Governance Act 936, the assemblies are obliged to provide the facilities or court facilities or accessibility to the courts, which have not been the case. So we presented a detailed report to the presidency on the state of courts, the gap analysis, and the fact that we needed to construct 207 new courthouses throughout the country. The government obliged, supported us, and then we commenced the construction of more than 100 courthouses across the country, of which about 70% are almost completed. And the commissioning of the Toase court today marks the beginning of the first of this prototype. In fact, the courts that we found, which were deplorable, were not fit for purpose. You will find a court building with just the courtroom, 2 offices, and a judge's chamber. But now we have adequate offices to serve the various court functions that we have. We have the registrar's office, the bailiff session, the cashier, the docket session, docket room, facilities for alternative dispute resolution, a meeting room, and above all, we have a solar system because we intend to extend the paperless court system from Accra, which is being piloted at the law court complex, to the rest of the country. But when you don't have facilities that are ready to receive the intervention, there's no way you can implement. So we have the solar system, we have the generator to provide sustainable power supply to back up the ECG supply that we have here. So this project that is being commissioned today, in fact, it brings joy to the judicial service, and now our staff can have a conducive environment in which to work. The judges have this court, which is purposely built. It has all the ICT facilities, the direct transcription system for the court to run. This project also comes with judges bungalow 2 at once here. One is serving the Buaka court. But for today, the president is commissioning the Toase court. And incidentally, Toase happens to be the home of the Chief Justice. And it is starting to note that the commissioning of the first of the 100 courts is happening or taking place at Toase today. And it's remarkable, notable, and we are very glad.
Indeed, indeed. And I'm going to come back to you, Cyril. But let me come to you again, Daniel. And for you to tell us, this project, what really went into it by way of cost and by way of timelines? How long did it take you to build this, and what was the cost of the entire project?
This project started around January 2021. Yeah, we started around that time, and it's taken 18 months to complete, and the cost of it is 21 million. We are doing 10 projects of this kind. 10 is a lot.
In the Ashanti region?
Not only in the Ashanti region.
Cyril says that we are doing we said you are doing a total of 150. More than 100 of them. Okay. So this is one of the 100.
Yes, this is one of the 100. And in fact, the procurement was done in lots. So they are responsible for a lot. Yes.
Okay, so you are responsible for 10 of the lots. Okay.
And 14 of the bungalows. That's what we are taking care of.
Okay.
Or supervising.
And the cost per one?
The cost is a lot. So all the 10 is costing 21 million plus. The exact figure I can give you.
Okay, so let's even say that we are dividing 21 by 10. So you are in a region of about maybe 2.1, 2.3 for each of the buildings. Okay, all right. So I went inside the court earlier on, and I saw that the facilities are extraordinary. It's comparable to what is in the Greater Accra region. I do a lot of court correspondence, so I go to the law court complex a lot. But tell us, what really are the components of the facilities here? People just want to know in terms of furniture and all those kind of things. What do we have in there?
As a normal court, we have the furniture for sitting for the audience, and apart from that, we have the ICT component. It's made up of modern gadgets for corresponding and other things. And as my brother told us about, the electricity system is intact 24/7. We have electricity inside. Everything is modern.
I actually went to the judge's chamber, and I felt that, wow, this is extraordinary.
Yeah. Air condition, everything that you can think of is inside there.
All right. So, estate manager and estate director, again, we come back to talk about the maintenance culture in our country. It is a real problem. And I know as estate director, maintenance is one of the important things to you. What is the maintenance game plan?
Yeah,
not only for this, but for all the others that you are building.
Yes, we are doing a facilities management program where we track these 100 courts, and then we track them regularly. Anything that goes wrong, we attend to it, but we have facilities managers ready to do the maintenance for us.
And the contractor is responsible for 6 months deferred liability period. Within that 6 months, if there is any defect on the project, we will call the contractor to come and remedy or repair it. Well, yeah.
So you'll be 6 months from the day of commissioning?
Yes, please.
Okay. So we are in October 2022, and we are left with about 2 months to the end of the year. So 2023 up to April, you'll be supervising the maintenance of.
Yes, please. Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah. All right. So you are listening to us. It's a production of the Ministry of Information, and we are bringing you a live coverage of President Akufo-Addo's tour of the Ashanti region. He began his day in an interview at the Otek FM. He went to Denyame to commission new buildings for Court of Appeal judges. From there, he has inspected several ongoing projects at the Central Market, at the Akufo-Addo Teaching Hospital, and President Akufo-Addo is currently in the Enkrima and Kwabeja, Toase, where he is going to be commissioning this you see behind me, which is the building. So I'm waiting of estates for the judicial service, and then is the project consultant for this particular project that we are seeing. We've been talking about the project and all that. But let me come to you, Cyril, again, and to find out from you. Now, beyond this building, which you say is more like a prototype, and several others coming, what are the timelines that we are looking at for the other projects that are yet to be completed?
In fact, today marks the beginning of the commissioning of the courthouses. From this commissioning, we are going to move and inaugurate the remaining projects. We have, as of now, we have more than 50 projects ready for takeover and then use.
You mean 50 of this same type of building completed?
Completed, finished, and ready for use. Staff have been posted by the Judicial Service to occupy them. So we are just waiting for the ceremonies to officially inaugurate the building. But this is a district court. We have some circuit courts, and then there will be high courts as well. Yeah, so as they are inaugurated, they will come into being. So until the end of December, we expect to report more than 50 projects.
It looks like the Judicial Service has...
Yes, we have to improve. We made the statement that we needed new infrastructure to improve our services. And we are happy the state has supported us to get to where we want to be. Still, we are getting. I mentioned earlier that is 50%. It's better for accepting to partners to improve judicial infrastructure.
Are you certain that the two will not die to complete?
It will not die down. In fact, apart from being the estate director, I'm also the project coordinator for judicial service on this project as well. And I can tell you the speed with which we are moving, the momentum will never die down. But we are charged to make sure that we complete everything by the end of the first quarter of 2020.
Indeed. So, President of the Republic, Nana Akufo-Addo, is just beginning his address of this rather energetic gathering here in Toase. And so we're going to go over to the podium. My two friends, Daniel and Cyril, will be with me after the President's address. And we will continue. But Daniel, just 1 minute.
Municipal Chief Executive for Akufo-Addo South District, Supervising High Court Judge for Ashanti Region, Judicial Service Officers, Ashanti Regional MPP Chair, the Party Executive, Nana Toase, and I my real baby, Nana for fellow Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, the Japan and the Abba Toase my area. And you must say, Baba Yano. The family say, Mawo, Modisia, and there, Ghana, and Bradina, Eshana say, or yeah, Juma Papa, Amo May, and Rano, Unimbo Papa. Necessary me, it's in the castle being the Manoa, as a multimedia, Unimano Papa. And I'm saying, Binomina, who was some other now the corner name, no Bufa, so now Ayoya, Uninam, now can some, a fan of home, Mamma Fas has some no, and Yasam Hamokra, Ubiano, Otis has some no. Or yet, Juma Papa, Momay, and not in the Naya Baha, Yababe court, a Waha. Maribiano district and I called Bienia Nebrasso, Nebrasso, and then Toase my court yaba. Never be brain and Quaso Ebama Toase my. Never be brain and Quaso Ebama was my. Tiabaya, yes, I'm Kakra order. Madame Sepa, and that was it. Madame Sepa, so no I am for. Well, I'll be sharing for fair, sir. Yakupon said, and shout. It's shot to us, my, it's shot Santa Mai, Ghana Medina, Medamase, Yakupon Shamu.
Yamos, Mama Penny. Baby Adri, Debaton Safra, Chief Imam, what the bumpire at the Jumadin Nabe. That's it.
Yo, Abusa for Assembly, Yabato Safra, municipal chief executive honorable Amwa Ayoku Michael no be my vote of thanks but on Kasiapa.
President of the Republic, Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, has just completed his here at Toase in the Ashanti region, where he is here to commission a new court complex for this particular constituency. It is a district court. Is the first of about 150 of such, which is being constructed across the country to meet the need in the judiciary for good edifices to adjudicate cases in all districts of our country. The project managers and consultants makes us to understand that about 100 of them are ready across the country, and President Akufo-Addo will be commissioning all of them in the course of time. So this particular one at the Toase area in the Ashanti region is the first of its kind. Subsequently, the president is going to go around and commission all the remaining. We are also made to understand that the edifice is ultra modern because it is fitted with a lot of highly technological equipment. I went in earlier on and I saw that computers have been installed for the bar. That is, the lawyers who come to court will have access to a computer to follow court proceedings. The court clerks who will be entering the proceedings are also going to have a computer right in front of them to be able to enter the details for the court to also follow. The judge who will be sitting at the bench also has a computer installed right in front of her, which is going to help him or her to follow proceedings as court sittings go on. And so this is an ultra modern court which has been constructed. When I went on the tour inside, I also discovered that there is an alternative dispute resolution office, and it is interesting to me because it would appear that it has become a model that the judicial service intends to adopt, and that is that for every court in the country they are going to have an alternative dispute resolution office associated with the court, so that when issues come before the court and they do not require litigation, they will advise that the parties should go for mediation, arbitration, and what have you. And that is the reason why they have attached ADR, or Alternative Dispute Resolution Mechanism offices, to all courts across the country. I find it extremely interesting and extremely riveting that the judicial service will adopt this approach. And again, litigations, we are told, take so much time, and sometimes it comes across as being very costly. But alternative dispute resolution appears to be cheaper, and also there is no acrimony attached to it. Families get to resolve their issues amicably instead of litigating by going through arbitration by way of mediation and all that. And so it is interesting that that is associated. Again, the court facility has a bailiff's office, and a bailiff's office, because usually bailiffs are not treated well, but the court is adopting the process of making sure that bailiffs, who are responsible for serving parties with court documents and all that, are treated well. And so they have an office here. And the judges' chamber, also an extremely important facility. I've been in some district courts, even in the Greater Accra region, where the judges do not have a place to sit. They come straight from their cars into the court. But it would appear that it has become a regular feature now to make sure that judges have a befitting chamber where they can keep their references, their books, and what have you, for purposes of adjudicating cases. And so I find this court edifice an interesting one. Currently, President of the Republic, Nana Akufo-Addo, is heading to the court complex, and what he will be doing is that he will be cutting the tape, and then he will go into the court building, inspect the building, and that will mark the end of his visit here to the Toase Magistrate Court, or the Toase District Court, which has been constructed by the state for the people of Toase. I can see the Chief Justice walking in together with the Chief of Toase, and also in the company of the President of the Republic. I can also see that the administrator of the District Assembly Common Fund, which is the institution which has largely been spearheading the construction of these court complexes. He is also here, she's also here, I must say, joining the President to commission this particular project. President Akufo-Addo, in the company of his security detail, is just walking here, and he's coming to officially cut the tape to commission the project. I must tell you that the Judicial Service is pretty much excited about this project. From the engagements that I've had, the officials from the Judicial Service are saying that for the first time in their history, there is a significant upliftment of the resources here. President Akufo-Addo has cut the tape, and he has unveiled the plug that signifies that he is the one who came to commission this particular edifice here in Toase. And so President Akufo-Addo and his entourage will go into the court complex to inspect the facility for himself. This facility has a courtroom which can sit about 200 people. It has a bench for the judge who will be presiding over cases here in the court. It also has pools for justice seekers and persons who visit the court. It also has the bar, the place for the bar to sit, where the lawyers will be sitting to address the court. It has a recording booth where all proceedings will be recorded. Indeed, the courts of our country are places of record. They are courts of record. And so anytime a court facility is constructed, there must be facilities that will help the court to keep absolute accurate record of all court proceedings. And that is the kind of court that has been built here in Toase, in the in Kwabenya district, here in the Ashanti region. President Akufo-Addo is currently in the courtroom, and he is inspecting the court facility as has been constructed. The contractors tell us that they built this facility within a period of 18 months. Within a period of 18 months, they constructed this building, and that is what has been replicated in several districts across the length and breadth of the Republic of Ghana. They started in January 2021, and after 18 months, which will bring them to about September of this year, they completed the court building. And so President Akufo-Addo, together with the Chief Justice of the Republic, Justice Kwesi Yeboah, have commissioned the Toase District Court, and it is joy here at the Toase community. We are told that the sitting Chief Justice, Justice Kwesi Yeboah, hails from this constituency, and so it is also interesting that the first of these kind of courts, which is being constructed across the country, was built in his own hometown and has been duly commissioned in his hometown. And so, beginning from tomorrow, justice seekers can come in here and have their cases adjudicated. President Akufo-Addo and his entourage have finished inspecting the court building, and President Akufo-Addo is currently stepping out of the courtroom. He will be ushered into his building, into his car, and in no time they will be leaving Toase, where he will be going back to Kumasi for a meeting with the municipal and district chief executives in the Ashanti region, together with other officials. And so President Akufo-Addo has completed the commissioning of the Toase district court, and he will be moving on from here to other business as part of his tour. Tomorrow, President Akufo-Addo has several other engagements across the length and breadth of the Ashanti region. He will be cutting sword for the construction of the Swame interchange, the long-awaited Swame interchange. And then the president will also have several other engagements across the Ashanti region. And so, Kweku, I can tell you that President of the Republic, Nana Akufo-Addo, has just been ushered into his traveling vehicle and he's leaving the premises. Let me quickly ask the Director of Estates for the Judicial Service. So essentially, the president has inspected the place. Was he impressed with the facility?
He was very impressed with what has been done. But being a lawyer himself, we are seeing a modern courtroom, modern courthouse with all the facilities needed to dispense justice.
So indeed, for your department, I know this comes as a joy, and I believe that you are looking forward to the construction of the remaining 50% deficit that you have. What will be your immediate thoughts or attitude towards government as far as the remaining projects are concerned, if you were given the chance to make a direct appeal?
Yes, our appeal is that they should continue to support the project, but where there is a will, there is a way. Once they are willing to help, we can attain our objectives.
All right, Koku. So essentially, President Akufo-Addo has completed his process, and we are bringing an end to our coverage here in the Toase constituency, where President Akufo-Addo has come to commission this edifice that you see here. Members of the public have now been allowed to come in to also have a view of the facility. So you can see in your shots that ordinary members of the Toase community are making their way into the courtroom to inspect the facility for themselves, see for themselves firsthand the facility that has been constructed here. So Kweku, from Toase in the Ashanti region, my name is Wilberforce Asare. I brought you a live coverage of the commissioning of the Toase District Court here in the Nkwabenya District or South constituency. My name is Wilberforce Asare. We thank you very much indeed for the privilege of your company.
Indeed, Wilberforce Asare live from Toase in the Ashanti region, where President Akufo-Addo has just commissioned the Toase Magistrate Court. The president has had a very busy day today. Earlier, he was at the Akufo-Addo Teaching Hospital, where he commissioned the ECG CAT KV primary substation. He was also at the Kumasi Central Market, the Kijitia Central Market Phase 2 project, where he inspected the progress of work there. He has also been inspecting the maternal and children's block project also at the Akufo-Addo Teaching Hospital. And earlier today, he commissioned the residential accommodation for appeals court judges. That's a huge facility in the Ashanti region. Day 2 of the president's visit of the region is ending. We have 2 more days, and right here we will be bringing you the live coverage of every activity, as well as all the big interviews produced by the Ministry of Information, and of course brought to you live on GTV, City TV, Adom TV, Metro TV, Asasi Radio, ETV, Happy FM, Wezo TV, and Tongue Sound Radio in the Upper West region. My name is Kwaku Obenje. That's our coverage for today. We are back tomorrow with another heavy coverage of the president's tour and visit of the Ashanti region right here on this channel. From me, Akufo-Addo, and the rest of the team, we say thank you so much for watching and be good. Goodbye.